Good morning. You are listening to the Coach's Corner on KYNT. Let's go to the voice of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
Good morning. This is the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig with you. Coaches join us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, and we're here at 1019 Broadway Avenue. Studio is sponsored by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. We have a lot to get into today as the spring sports are wrapping up left and right. State track going on right now. We'll actually start with state track when we come back from our first break. I told you it's a fast-moving show today. Also, I'm Bryce Ladwig. Good morning.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer, research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Hello, here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production assemblers on our Wednesday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer and mechanical engineer. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Spring is the perfect time of year to start upgrading your home. And what better place to start than with your garage doors? This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors, free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Home improvement season is here. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Let's start talking Yankton track and field. Now, bear with me. I caught up with Coach Jeff Gross Wednesday afternoon in preparation for the show, all while knowing the state track meet is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So what we did is kind of previewed what he thought going into the state meet, and then, of course, after I play that interview for you, I will go over the results as they stand today, the final day of the South Dakota High School Track and Field Championships for Class AA at Howard Wood Field. So let's play that interview from Wednesday and then recap afterwards. This is the Coach's Corner. Good morning. All right, let's start talking Yankton track and field with Coach Jeff Gross. All right, Coach, recording this on Wednesday. Usually this is the earliest we've ever recorded for the Coach's Corner. The reason I'm doing it this way, though, is we have the state tournament Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Howard Wood Field up in Sioux Falls. On Saturday, we'll play this interview on the show, and then I'll go over the results from Thursday and Friday and preview at Saturday. Just kind of a way to set the table for everyone of how we are doing this. But first of all, Wednesday morning, good morning. One of your last days with students at Yankton High School. The year has just flown by, hasn't it?
Yep, it's gone incredibly fast for everybody, like it always does, looking back on it. Yeah, we had great practice this morning with our track kids. We got a team meal tonight, and then that'll set us up for Thursday. And if this is going to be playing on Friday or Saturday rather, I'm going to be prophetic and just say we've had a great state track meet so far. So hopefully that still plays well on Saturday. But yeah, it's been a good school year and been a good track season for sure.
Speak it into existence, right?
Yes. Got to be confident.
Coach, so obviously we already talked about in last week's show, and we'll kind of go over it again, just how big of a stage Howard Wood is. It's such a great venue for, well, all sports, but mainly track and field, and expecting just an enormous crowd. And is it ever, you've been doing this a long time now, coaching different districts and stuff, but does this ever cease to amaze you just how big the event becomes in Sioux Falls?
Yep. And, since they've gone to the 3-day meet, everybody's at the same site the entire time. I think it's just that much more of a perfect culminating event for the track season. In the past, it was kind of one of the culminating events for the entire sports season or the activity season, with the addition of softball and then golf. That state tournament has been moved back a little bit, but, there's other events that are still going on, but it's still a big event for the end of the year. And speaking of softball, I want to congratulate Coach Muth and the girls softball team who advanced to the state tournament next week. I don't know what their draw is, but congratulations to them. I'm going to try to get up there and watch a couple games. So congratulations, ladies. And then also good luck to Coach Simon, the golfers, the week after that, too.
Yeah, a lot of events going on, Yankton High School athletics. And actually, one of your track athletes, Rugby Riken, selected All-State South Dakota High School Baseball Association in Class A. So congratulations to him as well. It just goes to show you the dedication that not just rugby, but multiple athletes have to their sports or academics, just the kind of kids that you are coaching and teaching.
Yep, very fortunate and blessed to have them doing that, of course, and just makes our jobs that much more exciting and joyful and worthwhile. So it's a great position to be in those situations. So.
All right, Coach, let's start talking about the events. State qualifiers, who are we looking for? If you want to go by day, you can, or just overall events going into the state tournament. Yankton's qualifiers.
Yep, I'll just kind of go through event by event kind of as they pop up numerically. In the boys 100-meter dash, we've got Austin Goebel there, who's sitting right in the middle of the placing and seating. He needs to have a good state meet and can move up there in the 100. In the 200, both on the boys and the girls side, I'll kind of do both genders together here, but in the 200, we've got on the girls side, we brought up an 8th grader for our last chance meet, and she did a really nice job there. That's Jocelyn Elwood. She snuck into the field, so she's going to get a great experience at the state meet, and hopefully that sets her up in her high school years as she continues to move forward. Jocelyn, helped out the girls basketball team, and just a exceptional young lady. We're excited to have her in the high school next year, both as a student and obviously as an athlete and all the other leadership things that she'll be doing through her high school career. Then also Austin Goebel's in the 200 as well on the boys side. And again, kind of just in the mix there in the placing, needs to compete, move up a couple spots, and Austin could have an absolutely incredible weekend. He's in a couple more events too that I'll talk about later on. Moving on to the 400, we've got really good seed times on both the girls and the boys side there. Shay Rumsey is the top seed in the girls 400-meter dash, defending state championship. She has been absolutely killing it here the last couple weeks. So just excited to see what Shay can do both in this open event, and then she's also going to be a stalwart for us in the relays that she's in. And Shay could have an absolutely incredible weekend this weekend. I'm excited to see how things have progressed when this airs on Saturday. You can talk more about that at that time, Bryce. Then on the boys' side, we've got two boys in the 400-meter dash. Rugby Riken is the second seed overall, broke 50 last week. So he's behind the wild boy, or Wildy, I can't remember how you pronounce it, the extraordinary athlete from Sioux Falls, Jefferson.
Yeah, Wildy, yep.
Running the 400 javelin. I think he's long jumping, and then he runs the 200. I mean, he's just this weird collection of different athletic talents, kind of I've never actually watched him compete, but as I'm looking at those results, it's kind of almost a Chad Greenway throwback, back to the past here for those either South Dakota track and field fans over the decades. And then also we've got young man Carson Ness has made the field there too. Carson's going to have to run really well to make the finals, and that'll be very difficult, but it'll be just a good opportunity for him to go out and get his best time in PR and set him up for his junior and senior years going ahead here. Moving along the 800 on the girls' side, we've got Sydney Sirk is going to be running in the fast heat there. She comes in seated number 5. She's looking to move up a couple of spots, and it's very competitive. Both the 400 and the 800, both the boys and girls level. And then on the boys' side, we've actually got 3 boys in there. We got Dylan Payer, who's seated number 3, I believe. He's in the fast heat, and we've also got Carson Conway and Nate Schoenfelder, who are in the second heat, but there's like 2 seconds between the middle of the pack in the fast heat and the entire second heat. So there's going to be, both of them are going to be fast and competitive, and there's a really good chance that if they run well, both Nate and Carson could also move up into those placing positions. That would be a very special day for the Bucks. If we can sneak, 2 placers or even 3 placers into that 800-meter dash. In the girls' mile, we've got Thea Chance. And on the boys' side, we've got Dylan Payer is running the 1600. Both of them will be very competitive. Dylan's coming in as the second seed in the 1600 behind the incredible Simeon Birnbaum out of Rapid City Stevens. So it'll be exciting to see Dylan push himself against, one of the best runners in the history of the state of South Dakota and one of the best runners in the country for quite some time here. So it's going to be exciting to see all of the athletes be able to push themselves and compare themselves to Simeon. And then Thea, be great if she could, run her greatest races of the year and then have a shot there at placing in the 1600. In the 3200, it's both Dylan again, and then on the girls' side, we've got Thea, but then we've also got 7th grade girl that we brought up kind of in the similar situation to Miss Elwood in the 200. We've got Delaney Yeomans, who came up here as a 7th grader for the last meet and snuck in as the 23rd seed in the 3200-meter dash. So be exciting to see Delaney. That's Coach Luke Yeoman's daughter. Obviously, there's a love for track and field there and a respect for track and field, so it's just fun to see her get that opportunity to compete here at the state meet this year. In the hurdle events, in the boys 110-meter hurdles, we've got 2 entrants there. We got Cody Oswald, who comes in as the 2nd seed overall. Cody's just been turning it on here in the last couple weeks. I know he's confident and primed and ready to go for the weekend. And then also on the boys' side, we've got Cale Hazelhorse. Cale is the only freshman boy in the entire 110-meter hurdle field. So that's exciting to make it in there as a freshman. And, Cale's been learning all year, growing, getting stronger, more balance, more technique, faster. And, he's going to have a great experience here as a freshman, and that'll set him up very nicely for his sophomore, junior, and senior year. So very excited about that. And on the girls' side, you don't see this very often, but we've got all 3 of our girls in the 110-meter hurdles. That would be Olivia Dimmer, Tierney Falk, and Kiera Christ. And just as luck and fate would kind of have it, the way the Yahtzee ball kind of toss the dice here. All three of them are in the same heat. So we've got 3 girls in the same heat of the 100-meter hurdles. In the 300-meter hurdles, we got Cody Oswald again, and then those same 3 girls. This time they got spread out into different heats, but our hurdles, any of them could make the finals in any of their events, or any of them could not make. I mean, hurdles is just, it's a fickle event. You got to go out and execute and run your race and execute and be tough and finish things off. It would be incredible if we could get, I'm not going to name a number, but we can get multiple finalists in both of those events, both the sprint hurdles and the 300 hurdles. Then we're moving into our relays. We've got a team of all 8th graders that are running the 800-meter relay. Going to be a great experience for them. They're coming in as the number 12 seed overall. So if they run well and improve and get a little lucky and some other people, make some mistakes, those girls are just learning every time they get on the track. Middle school coaches, especially Amy Moores, did a nice job with them down at the middle school season and got them set up for some success up here at the high school level. It'll be fun to watch them learn and grow and get to get an experience in the high school realm and set them up for their high school career. The boys 4x1, we're running a really nice time. We ran a 44:12, which is a great time. It's going to be difficult for us to make the finals. We got to go out and execute. And because there are some absolutely unbelievable times in the boys 4x1, and that's kind of picked up here the last few years. There's teams running 42.5, and I think there's 3 different teams that have broken 43 seconds, and then there's another, I think, 8 teams that have broken 44 seconds, and just a lot of good 4x1 executions been happening here on the boys' side and the girls' side, but the boys especially seem to be sticking out to me this year. Girls and boys 4x2, we're of course running some relay teams there as well, getting those kids some good experience, looking to run our best times of the year and let the chips fall where they may as far as finals and so forth. The girls 400-meter, 4x400-meter relay, we've got the 4th fastest time coming into the relay. We ran a 4:03:48 at the last chance meet the other day. We're hoping to, continue to improve on that time. If we cut another half second off of everybody, or another 3/4 of a second, all of a sudden you're starting to flirt with that sub 4-minute mark, which is really, that's kind of a benchmark that sets teams historically out from other relay teams. I mean, anytime you're running those types of times, it's just exciting. And on the boys' side, we're kind of in that same boat. We've got a lot of different mixes and matches that we can put into that relay, and we're hoping that by the time attrition happens on Saturday, we've made the final. We've executed on Friday as that semifinal. We hoping we can contend for a relay title there in the 4x4 as well, getting down to that 3:20 mark, which again is a fabulous time on the boys' side, similar to the 4-minute mark on the girls' side. Our girls 4x800-meter relay is coming in seated number 3, and they're looking to move up. They ran a nice time at Howard Wood, which was their time there of 9:39.27, and no reason that they can't improve on that and hold that spot and maybe move up a spot. Brandon Valley in the girls 2-mile relay ran a 9:12 earlier this year. They're kind of in a different dimension than the rest of the teams in the state on that, but stuff happens. Runners get sick, people drop batons, those types of things. We go out and run our best race, and you never know what happens in there. And then on the boys 4x8, we are seated number 1, and those guys have got it in their mind that they want to break this 7-minute or break into the 7-minute barrier, which again kind of is that hypothetical or mythical number that if you've got a 2-mile relay that can break that time, that's just a very special thing to hit. And we ran 8:02 at Howard Wood and got 3rd place behind 2 North Dakota schools. but we've got the fastest South Dakota time this year in that event. Last time we stepped on the track with that full team up at ESD, we beat Brookings, who's one of the best 2-mile relays in the state. And then at the state meet here, we'll probably be adding Jefferson and O'Gorman into that mix. That's going to be a really exciting relay on Thursday morning. And hopefully, Bryce, you can fill everybody in about how that turned out for us very positively on Thursday when this airs on Saturday. In the shot put, on the girls' side, we didn't qualify anybody there, but on the boys' side, we've got Matthew Sheldon, who we're looking for him to PR and continue to improve and get pushed up. He threw a 47-plus feet distance earlier in the year, and that's his PR and his seed coming in, and just looking to improve on that. And anytime you can start to get into the 50s at the state meet, looks like that'll probably be in the area of where you need to be to make finals. And then there's some other good athletes in there. Kind of one that sticks out to me is the Meadema individual, a young man from Sioux Falls, Washington, threw 196 on the discus, and he's throwing the shot over 63 feet. So he's, going to be fun to watch this weekend. But Sheldon on our end, looking for a PR there in the discus. We didn't have any boys qualify. And on the girls' side, we've got Taryn Fitzgerald, who is seeded number 11 right now, if I'm remembering correctly. She's at 114. And again, she's been improving markedly as the weeks have gone on here. She improved by 7 feet at our last event. If you continue to make those improvements, all of a sudden you find yourself into the finals, you're competing, and then you never know what happens. That girls' discus is always, all discuses are kind of always wide open because it's kind of a fickle event just with the weather and who's on that particular day. It's kind of like a golf swing. Some days you're able to drive the ball 300 yards, and some days you're only able to drive it 240 yards. It just is kind of how the ball hits the sweet spot, and that's kind of the same thing with discus. So it's going to be exciting to see Taryn competing there. High jump, we didn't have any boys qualify, but on the girls' side, we've got Ava Horn, who's going to be jumping there for us. Her best jump of the year is 4.11. And if she can PR and get that moved up to 5 feet or 5.1, she's going to have a really good shot at placing there as well. Long jump is a very strong event for us on the boys and girls side. We've got Austin Goebel, who I think is seeded number 5 or 6 coming in, but that whole thing is kind of wide open as well. And then on the girls side, we've got Tierney Falk and Berkeley Olson, both seated very highly there. Tierney's in the top flight, and Berkeley's the best jumper in the second flight. Both looking to make finals there, and then see what happens down the road in finals, and hopefully continue to move up and leapfrog people that, from their seating position. And in the triple jump, we're kind of in a similar situation there, except our girls kind of flip-flop a little bit. Berkeley's got the better seed there. She is the 5th seed overall in the state. Berkeley's only an 8th grader. And then Tierney is a couple spots behind her. They're both in the top flight. Tierney, of course, is a senior. Coach Olson has done a great job all year with all of our jumpers, but it's very noticeable with these 2 young ladies. Triple jump's another one of those events that you can make very marked changes in a very, just if everything gets put together and you're able to pop things off. Going to be exciting to see both of those girls take a shot at, 37 feet, 38 feet. They're both right at about 36 feet right now, which is an incredible girls triple jump. Pole vault, we didn't have any girls qualify, but we've got Lance Dannenbring on the boys side. Lance is kind of a unique athlete. He's qualified in both the javelin and the pole vault, and he's, if he has his best performances of the year in both of those events, he's got a very strong possibility of placing. So the main thing is for all of our athletes, we're just looking for them to have their best performances of the year, whether that be as an individual or as a relay. And if you do that at the state track meet, and you compete and you improve by that 1% or 3% or 5%, just kind of depends on your event. All of those things are within range, and you start computing those numbers and you start to see that, wow, that's right in the midst of where it would be to place or to win events at the state meet. So we are primed and ready to go. By the time this airs, we'll have a pretty good sense of where we're at in the team aspect of things. But that's one element of track and field. The other thing is just going out and competing. Weather looks like it's going to be beautiful. Very light winds all weekend. Temperature of about 80 degrees, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Is South Dakota paying it forward now after all the weather issues that we've been having?
It certainly sounds like it.
Well, Coach, if you're a Yankton fan or even just overall just high school track and field fan, it sounds like 3 excellent days up in Sioux Falls. This is playing Saturday, and we don't know the results as we're recording this, as you said, for Yankton the first 2 days. But get out to Howard Wood Field and enjoy at least that last day out there. But we'll be pumping it up all week on KYNT, trying to get people out there, Coach, and get a lot of red in the stands for Yankton.
Yep, and as this airs, just know that there's going to be a live streaming on sdpb.org, so you can take in all of the finals, and also throughout every day at the state track meet. I think they're planning on live streaming the entire event as much as they can. I don't think they get to all the remote sites with all the field events, but the track will have a very, very good coverage on the infield there of what's going on.
Well, excellent. Love to hear that. And Coach, we still have more to talk about next week, of course, but best of luck to you and the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles out there at the state tournament, Howard Wood Field. Go get them, all right?
You bet.
All right, so as it sits right now, at the end of day 2, the Yankton Gazelles are in 7th out of 17 teams. 18, excuse me, with 23 points. O'Gorman leads the girls 48. The Yankton Bucks in 6th out of the same amount of teams, 25 points. O'Gorman leading the boys as well, 51.5. Some big finishes from day 1. Girls 4x800 meter relay class AA, Shay Rumsey, Claire Tereshinsky, Thea Chance, Sydney Cirque finished 3rd, 936.22. In the boys 4x800 meter relay, the team of Carson Conway, Oliver Dooley, Nate Schoenfelder, Dylan Payer finished 4th with 813.7. O'Gorman took that team title. In the girls 1600 sprint medley, Olivia Dimmer, Berkeley Olson, Shay Rumsey, Sydney Cirque finished 3rd, 4 minutes 8 seconds, 0.09. O'Gorman took that team title. In the boys 1600 sprint medley, the team of Evan Cirque, Gavin Swanson, Rugby Reich, and Nate Schoenfelder finished 7th, 339.01. In boys long jump in class AA, Austin Goebel finished 2nd, gathering 8 points for his team, 22 feet, 1 inch and a quarter. Girls long jump, Tierney Falk finished 5th, gained 4 points for the Gazelles, 17 feet, 2 inches and a half. In the boys 800 meter run, Dylan Payer finished 3rd, 154.48. Finishing 1st, Simeon Birnbaum at Rapid City Stevens, 153.02. So very small margin there. Girls triple jump, Tierney Falk finished 6th. Berkeley Olson finished 8th. Falk 35 feet 6 inches and a half. Berkeley Olson 34 feet 9 inches and a half. The third session and the finals of the other events that were all prelims before wrap up today at Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. Good luck to the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. We'll take a break here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC. Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. Let's start talking Yankton Gazelles golf. I caught up with Coach Brett Syme yesterday evening, and the Yankton Gazelles had just wrapped up the Brookings Invitational. They had the ESD tournament this past Tuesday. I talked to Coach Brett Syme about both. Let's jump into that conversation. Good morning. All right, let's start talking Yankton Gazelles golf with Coach Brett Syme. Coach, recording this on a Friday. You and the girls just got back from the Brookings Invitational. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But first, let's talk about the ESD trip. That was on Tuesday. The Gazelles took home 5th place. A really solid performance, and a couple of golfers for the Gazelles earning all conference, that being Leah Homestead and Sabrina Kraske. I'll let you kind of take this however you want, but especially talk about those two's performance.
Yeah, they both played pretty well. We went up Monday, played a practice round at Watertown because we didn't play in the Watertown invite the week before. And, I think that really helped going up there and playing because none of our girls had played there before. So it was good to see some of the holes that have some of the trouble on it. But yeah, Elia and Sabrina both came out, shot well. They tied for 12th with both with an 84. So, when you get in the top 15, you're all conference in the ESD. So it was great to see them do that, and Elia is an 8th grader and Sabrina is a freshman. It's going to be fun to see them, keep developing and keep competing over the years and hopefully maybe move up the ranks in the conference. We also had Elsie Larson shoot a 92, Madison Reichen shoot a 94, Gracie Brockberg with a 98, and Jordan Cunningham with a 105. That did put us in 5th place. We were kind of hoping to be in the top half, but we ended up just right in the middle. 5th place is worse than 4 teams and better than 4 teams. So, Huron didn't have a full team, so they don't end up counting in the team results. But yeah, it was a good finish for us. Like I said, we were hoping to, be in that top half, but Watertown and Pierre both played pretty well. Pierre was 16 shots ahead of us in 4th place, and then Watertown was 21 shots ahead of us. And, Mitchell and Aberdeen, those are the 2 teams we've been talking about all year that have kind of separated themselves from the rest of the field, winning it, and Aberdeen coming in 2nd. But, it was a good competition for our girls. We had to start on some of the tougher holes out there in Watertown. It was a shotgun start. And, early on, it looked like we were actually further down in the pack than we were. We were down in 7th place out of the 8 teams, full 8 teams that were there. And then, as we kept going, some of those other teams had to go through those holes too. And then our girls competed really well towards the end. And, they ended up moving up a couple of spots to get us into that 5th place. So, we're just hoping that here in the next week, because that's basically all we got left. Next week we can get some good practice in and hopefully be ready to go up and compete maybe a little better at the state tournament.
And then today, as we're recording, yesterday, as this is playing on the Coach's Corner, the Brookings invite and Mitchell doing what they've done all season, but they finished first today, 347 total, 59 over par. Yankton tied for 3rd, though, with Harrisburg with this plus 73 to 361 score. How do you feel about the team's performance Friday?
Yeah, I thought we did okay. I would like to see us maybe place a little bit higher again. I think the girls would have too in the field that was there. Brookings ended up beating us by 6 shots, and we tied Harrisburg for third. We've kind of been battling those two teams along with O'Gorman, who was only 4 shots behind us all year long. And, Brookings being on their home course, I figured they'd play pretty well. And, Harrisburg, we're right there with them too, tying for third. But we really gotta work here this next week on trying to cut down some of the shots that we're losing. Cutting down on some of our 3 putts. We got to get a little more aggressive when we're approaching the greens. Got to make sure, we're trying to get it on the green and not just around the green. And then just staying away from the trouble. We've got to make sure we understand where the trouble is on holes and not be hitting balls out of bounds or, trying to keep them out of the penalty areas and things like that. And if we can do that, I think we can compete, at a little bit higher level and maybe going into the state, hopefully we can go up and compete like we did at the Peer Invite. But, in a tie for third, it was pretty good. A lot less teams than there was last Thursday because I know some schools had finals going on and their school didn't allow them to come. Other teams had a meet already scheduled for this day. So there was only 7 teams there. Rather than, I think, 12 or 13 that were originally there. But, we did have a really good individual effort out of Elia Homestead. She was in 3rd place, shooting a great score of 78. Whenever we can get somebody to break 80, that really brings the team score down. Sabrina Kraske shot a 94, and so did Madison Reichen. And Madison has been playing, at a much higher level than she has most of the year. She's really been consistent there in the lower 90s. So it's been, it's been good for her. Elsie Larson rounded out our counters with a 95. That gave us our score of 361. Going into the tournament, I was probably, looking at maybe trying to shoot a little bit better than 360. I was hoping maybe we could get a couple of girls under 90. It didn't happen today, but, hopefully maybe going forward with, a week more work, we can maybe get that down once we get to the state tournament. And then we had Gracie Brockberg shot 105 and Jordan Cunningham shot 111 to round out our team. We just got to look to, keep working hard. We got the Memorial Day weekend here, and then we've got a tournament in Brandon on Tuesday, which is, kind of a little bit more of a fun one. The qualifying scores, I think, need to be in. I think they had the date on it is May 30th. So that date on that tournament is May 31st. So since it's after, a qualifying event time, they play it a little bit fun, kind of more of like the Marchand Cup style that we played. And then it's not exactly that way because there's more than 2 teams there, but the girls get to go out and have a little fun. They get to play a scramble format, a best ball format, and an alternate shot format. And, just go out, play a little bit different kind of competition but still compete and, try to go out and have a little bit of fun before, maybe grinding it out the next few days, trying to get ready for the state tournament. We're also going to have our end of the season get together, the Gazelles on Wednesday, going to have a little fun with that. And then we're going to hand out awards and all that kind of stuff. So, Thursday, Friday, we're really going to have to practice hard. Sunday, we'll go up to the state tournament and hopefully, go up and maybe compete for, hopefully one of those top 6 positions. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of good teams. Mitchell and Aberdeen have kind of been up on top, and Rapid City Stevens has even snuck in there, kind of as the top 3 teams. But then there's a host of other teams that could maybe try and take that 4th, 5th, or 6th spot. Early in the year when we went up to Pier, we ended up 4th. Just about every team in the state was there. So we're hoping to be able to go up there, with some good work this next week and compete at a high level. And who knows, if we play some decent golf for a couple of days, maybe we can sneak back into that top 6.
And you mentioned the Peer Invite, not looking too far ahead. Obviously, we have the Brandon one first, but and we'll talk about this again next week. But last time, as you said, Gazelles up in Peer. Excellent day for the team and a lot of great individual scores. Is that just a really nice course that the Gazelles like to shoot at?
It's, I think it's a good course for us. It doesn't have a lot of tough holes. It's got a couple that you got to look out for, but if you play them smart, they're really not too bad. It's a shorter course, so even the girls that maybe don't hit it as far, have a good chance to score on that one. And the girls that do, they've got a really good chance to score because they can get it up by the green on even some of the par fours that are up there. But, it's the same for all those teams that way. But, we got to go up there thinking that, it's a course that fits our eye pretty well. And we played there well once. And we'll go up on Sunday for a practice round and hopefully get ready to play.
All right, well, looking forward to keeping track of that. And again, we'll talk about this next weekend, Coach. And we say this every week as well, but the season seems to have flown by. But that's just from us on the outside looking in. I'm sure the grind is continuing for you guys. But keep up the good work, and thanks for joining me.
All right, thanks a lot, Bryce.
All right, thanks to Coach Brett Simon joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line yesterday evening. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
First Dakota National Bank has been paving financial futures since 1872. But when it comes to supporting a community, it takes more than experience. Financial planning takes a personal touch, which is why we offer a wide range of customizable options for personal, business, and ag banking. We've been doing banking longer than anyone else, but we're first because our goals have never changed. Helping local communities plan and reach their financial success has and always will be what we're here for. Member FDIC.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose, the sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. This is Michael with Yankton Rexall. When you feel under the weather, you want relief, but there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with daily medications you're taking. At Yankton Rexall, our staff is here to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. Let's talk Yankton Bucks baseball. The season has ended. It ended in the regional round this past weekend as Yankton fell short, and I guess what you would technically call the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. 16 teams lost in round 2, hence the quarterfinals. Yankton went into the playoffs as the number 2 seed in the South Dakota High School Baseball Association Class A bracket, dominating number 15 Rapid City Central 10-0. Also in the first round, in the Yankton portion of the bracket, number 7 Sturgis fell to number 10 Sioux Falls Jefferson 10-0. In Region 1, that took place in Pierre, the number 1 seed Pierre defeated Douglas, the 16 seed, 20-0. Sioux Falls Lincoln, the 8 seed, stuck by number 9 Brookings 3-2. And then in Region 3, which took place in Harrisburg, number 3 Harrisburg just got by number 14 Huron 2-1. And number 6 Mitchell defeated number 11 Rapid City Stevens 7-6. And then it was on to the quarterfinal round. Yankton fell short to number 10 Sioux Falls Jefferson 3-0. Harrisburg snuck by Mitchell 4-3. Brandon Valley got by Sioux Falls Washington 13-8. Number 1 Pierre defeated Sioux Falls Lincoln 4-1. So now the state semifinals and the championship will take place today at Sioux Falls Stadium, home of the Sioux Falls Canaries. It'll start with number 10 Sioux Falls Jefferson taking on number 3 Harrisburg at 12 o'clock. Followed by number 1 Pierre taking on number 5 Brandon Valley. Of course, the championship game at 5:05 p.m. at Sioux Falls Stadium in Sioux Falls tonight. 3 Yankton Bucks were named to All-State team. On the first team, Drew Reichen, who at the plate hit .305 as an average, .431 on base. a 922 OPS, 18 hits, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 12 RBIs, and 7 stolen bases. However, on the mound is where he really shined as the Bucks ace. A 1.97 ERA, 1.39 whip, and a 235 batting average against. He went 3-3 on the mound. Also on first team All-State for Class A, Lucas Kamshoff. At the plate, Lucas Kamshoff led the team in average with a 412, on base percentage with a 563, OPS with a 1.32, slugging of a 765, 2 home runs, 6 doubles, 3 triples, 20 RBIs team leading, 22 runs scored team leading, 14 walks came in second on the team, 9 stolen bags. Rugby Riken was selected All-State second team, 356 average, 552 on base, 974 OPS, and a 422 slugging. 8 RBI, 17 runs scored, 17 walks led the team, 13 stolen bases led the team. Congratulations to all 3 of those Yankton Bucks. All right, that'll wrap up our Yankton Bucks baseball talk here for the year, for high school at least. And we're taking a break here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Bring the crew to Pete's Ranch in Yankton. This is Annie, and we have legendary pizza and chicken just waiting for you on our buffet. Let us know what you're craving, and we'll make it fresh and bring you the first slice. Or let us deliver right to your front door. Your locally owned Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, 665-1222.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Are you new to the Yankton area, or have you lived here your entire life and just bought that house in the corner you've loved since you were a kid? Have an agent that lives, works, and raises their family right alongside you. You may know me. I'm Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Give me a call or even stop me in the store, and let's set up a time and make sure all of your insurance policies are right.
Missouri River Associates, 605-665-6885.
Spring is the perfect time of year to start upgrading your home. And what better place to start than with your garage doors? This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors. Free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Home improvement season is here. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. We take the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educate our patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. We administer a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. Visit us on our website at swatchiropracticandrehab.com. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Congratulations to the Yankton Gazelles from us here at KYNT. Moving on to the state tournament in the inaugural season of sanctioned high school Gazelles, or girls softball. Yankton Gazelles are state bound, having defeated the Rapid City Stevens Raiders 13-4 to move on to the state tournament. This is how that bracket in Aberdeen shapes up, again starting on June 1st. Running through June 3rd, 8th-seeded Yankton is taking on Sioux Falls Lincoln on the campus of Northern State University. It's at 10 a.m., followed by the 4 and 5 seed Sioux Falls Jefferson taking on Sioux Falls Washington. The 2-7 matchup, Harrisburg taking on Brandon Valley. The 3-6, Brookings and O'Gorman. Again, that runs through June 3rd, and the plan as of right now, you can hear that on KYNT Radio, 102.1 FM, AM 1450. The free mobile app, or KYNT1450.com. Riverfront Broadcasting Zone Jeff Duffy will be covering those games for you. Thanks to all the coaches that joined me on the Pizza Ranch phone line for this week's show. Congratulations again to the Gazelle softball team, to the Bucks baseball team for having a great season, for track and field for wrapping it up, and to Gazelles golf for having a great ESD showing. The spring sports are all almost wrapped up. Same time of the year as everyone's gearing up for summer activities. Thanks to our sponsors making this possible. Thanks to you for watching or listening on KYNT and KYNT-TV. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been the Coach's Corner on Yankton's home team.